Honestly, y'all, normally I wait until exactly 7 o'clock, but there are just some cool frickin' people in the chat right now, and I refuse to put them off any longer. Hassan, thank you so much for the like goal. Devious, dropping some clowns a while ago, I think. Oscar, good to see you, buddy. Oh, Devious, welcome back in. Matt, always a pleasure to have you in the chat as well. Let's get some jams going, because you know what? If you can't have jelly, you might as well have jams. That's a Nick original. A Nick original, if you will. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Now, as you know, the odds of getting this are the same every single time that we run it through. Cam Nation and I have almost officially combined for 2,000, 16,000. Almost. Cam Nation and I will almost be, between the two of us, quadruple odds today. Nick, can you guess why I am awake so early? No. I mean, I can guess, but I don't think it'll be right. Maybe something Blink-182 related? Is anything Blink-182 related going on? Gotta head to school soon, can't stay for long. Well, listen. It's not about being here for a long time. It's about being here for a good time, baby. And that's it. Just be here for a good time, and then we're rocking and rolling. A bat on YouTube. Getting ready for school. Threw a brisket on the smoker, bro. Do you have a... Okay, I know this. I know this from one of your videos. You don't have a Traeger. You have a... Z-Grills? Do you have Z-Grills? Rectech. You have a Rectech. You have a Rectech. That's right, Rectech. Yeah. It's gonna sound like I read your comment, but I actually figured it out before you typed, just for the record. I couldn't remember if it was Z-Grills or Rectech. Berserkernaut, what's going on, buddy? League was okay. So we won game 1, tied game 2, won game 3, and won series. So we ended up taking 7 of 8 points, but I was really mad on the tie because I needed a strike to close him out, and I got a 9 count. I left a ring in 7, so I was pretty bummed out about that. I had 2 really, really rough games to start. Buck 61 and Buck 76. 161 and 176 to get things kicked off. And so in order to hit average, I needed to have like a 251 and then a bull in 236. So I was only 15 pins under average total. So I had a really good, nice last game. Game 2, man, I couldn't get a strike to save my life. I couldn't buy a strike. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. But all in all, taking 7 out of 8 is not too bad. Keeps us competitive for first place, and that's it. All right, so Oscar, you'll have to tell me a bit about how you're doing your brisket, because I have done briskets on smokers before, but never on a pellet grill. Never on a pellet. Always on just charcoal. So I'm intrigued to know your methodology. Matt, I'm doing good, buddy. I'm actually surprisingly awake this morning. Usually Mrs. Shiny's alarm doesn't wake me up. She gets up at 6:30 every day, and I get up at 6:45, and usually I don't hear hers. I just sleep right till mine. But hers woke me up this morning, which is always a little bit nice, because then I get a quick, like, 15-minute just re-jolt, you know what I mean? Quick RJ. Kings. The king of the Pokemon Empire. What's going on, man? So good to see so many people here today. I got a shiny Pokemon yesterday and a DA for Bacon Burb. I'm jealous, man. I've been doing 3 DAs a night with my brother-in-law. I'm still getting nothing. And then he is getting, not everything, but he's gotten 1 legendary and I think 3 others. So I've only gotten 1, and it was a Skuntank, which shinies that appear in Legends Arceus don't mean anything to me anymore. Even though they're cooler in Sword and Shield. I'm going 225 low and slow until I hit the stall, assuming it'll be about 6 to 7 hours, then wrapping in butcher paper going to 203, 205, using local spice blend from Killen's. Okay, so 225 low and slow until you hit the stall. Depending on how much the brisket weighs and depending on if you're using the point or the flat, 6 to 7 hours could be a pretty conservative estimate. If it's not a huge brisket, and if it's not a whole pecker, if it's going to be the flat or the point, then 6 to 7 hours is pretty legit. That's a pretty realistic expectation. Anything less than, I don't know, 10 to 12 pounds, potential we're 6 or 7. But if you're anywhere 8 plus, really, you're going to be looking at more like 10 to 12 hours for the stall, I would say. Well, maybe not to hit the stall, but you're going to sit at the stall if you don't. So you're wrapping. Are you going to use any apple juice, any apple cider vinegar, any cider, any beer, anything in the butcher paper? Or are you just doing it literally just to crutch over? I got a shiny Jinx. Oh, nice. I got one of those in a DA not too long ago. What do you think of it shiny, Devious? I honestly don't know, man. Like, it's cool because it's a shiny and it is at least different enough, but I don't know if I would put it in like anything above like D tier, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Oscar, if you have not figured it out, I can talk barbecue all day, buddy. All day. My Arceus isn't a timer ball, it's a non-shiny. That's at least you got in a timer ball. Must have been a long battle. After trimming, it's about 10 pounds. I'm going to use some of the brisket fat in the paper. I got some of the small cast iron and all excited. Okay, nice. That'll be solid then. Are you injecting? And did you brine it and are you injecting? Or did you brine it and did you inject it? Because it sounds like it's already on. And if you brined, was it wet or was it dry? I'm very excited for you, man. I'm very excited for you. You'll have to send me some pictures of it. And if you don't make your own barbecue sauce, I have an incredible recipe for one that I'd be happy to send over your way. I have two that I really like. One of them is a Kansas City style, and then the other one is just an Alabama white. So it's a white barbecue sauce, really good on like brisket nachos, that sort of thing. But I also have a recipe for a couple of mops in case you like mop sauces to slather all over before you actually slice up. Welcome to the morning meat talks. Dry brine it overnight. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. The sauce that I make, it typically has only ingredients that you would already have at your house, with the exception of maybe a few things. But it's a cheap sauce and it's good. It makes like 6 cups. It's good for several months. If you freeze it, it's good for like ever. And that it's a Kansas City style, so it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit smokier. Not too much spice to it. And then there's other ones as well, depending on what you like. But yeah, I made a barbecue sauce one time. It was a chipotle chili and cocoa barbecue sauce. So it had like the chipotle chili heat, but it had a little bit of like the earthy and chocolatey flavors of the cocoa. And really, really unique, but really good. Like a super good compliment to meat, which I wasn't sure of how it would be. But yeah, top tier. Yeah, man, they are. The Kansas City flavors are totally different, but the barbecues is good. Like the Texas mop is pretty nice. It's just hot, and it's not like I said, it's not like a sauce. It's a mop. So you brush it all over the meat right towards the end of cooking. Yeah, man. Yeah. I could send it to all of you. Or you could just go look it up. AmazingRibs.com is where I go for all of my barbecue references. Like everything whenever I'm doing barbecue, it's all AmazingRibs.com. And their Kansas City sauce is the one I look. So if you just Google Amazing Ribs Kansas City barbecue sauce, you'll find it like that. And that's the one that I use. That's my main sauce recipe. Got something in my eye. It's brutal. You guys want to see my most recent 3D print? They're pretty cool. Hi, Fryer. Good to see you. I'm going to show you my stuff. Hang on. Be right back. So the beauty of this tabletop game Heroescape that I have been looking forward to playing and purchase and all that is that it hasn't been in production since 2010, 2011. I think it was in production from 04 to 11. And so as a result, there's now such a huge homebrew community because you can buy the stuff, but it's all aftermarket or it's all like third-party reseller. So the markup's pretty high, right? So people use 3D printers to print their own stuff, and instead of just printing stuff from the game, they print and create their own characters. So I've been utilizing my local library's 3D printer. Check out how cool this print turned out. So this will end up being one of the like rare heroes in the game. I have a stat card already built out. Look at, hang on, I know you can just see it, but I gotta bring up my OBS so I can see what I'm showing you. So I gotta still clean it up. There's still some areas that need to get cleaned up. You can see there's like little frillies down here that I still need to kind of chip away at, and then of course I do need to paint it. But look at how clean this Bowser print is. Like, look at how sick. Focus, you dink. There, look at how sick that is. As you can see, all the areas that need to get cleaned up. But isn't that just like top tier awesome? I'm so pumped about that one. And then so that would be like the normal, and then I got these little guys printed as well, so you can actually tell. I don't know if you'll be able to tell with this camera, there's like really fine detail in it. Like you can see his little suspender buttons and his mustache. I don't know if it'll focus. Come on, focus. It doesn't look like it'll focus. There we go. Yeah, see his little mustache and his little buttons on his suspenders. And then this is the only other one that I've cut out yet, but I have Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Wario, and Luigi is Miss Princess. So all these will be painted. Not only will they be painted, they'll be attached to a base. So I'll get them on a base for the game, and then realistically, I can use these characters in game since I have that stat block built out for them. And that's basically what the game is. So I'll be able to use these as tabletop characters, move them, adjust them, whatever, and actually have them fight against some of the other characters in the game. I just got to get them painted, which is going to be a hobby over Thanksgiving week. So it'll be fun. But yeah, pretty excited about it, to be honest with you. I've never printed a miniature before, and I've never painted a miniature before, and even though the game itself has amazing already painted miniatures, it's kind of nice being able to just 3D print whatever I need. And then the Bowser turned out exceptionally. And then I don't know if anybody, oh, here, I'll show you the other print. This is the last thing that I'll show you. This is what I did for my dad. Hang on. Sorry, y'all. I'm just excited. That's kind of what it boils down to. But I don't know if anyone's a Disney fan. But I printed him Spaceship Earth. So the Epcot ball from Epcot at Walt Disney World, Florida. Obviously still a little cleanup. You can see that there's some supports that need to get removed from there. But then it also, I printed this super cool base for it. So you can see it says Spaceship Earth, Epcot. And so we'll paint this. This will be like a nice, I don't know what it'll be. We'll paint it some color, maybe a nice gray, and then this just kind of some titanium or some like silver paint down on the bottom, and leave the ball the same. And then it ends up going on the base like this. And so you can either glue it or leave it separate, and it just kind of sits on the base. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that one because my family's a big Disney family, and it's just kind of cool that you can 3D print things like that. And I mean, it looks clean. Like, that's a perfect print. That's, yeah, really excited. Oh, Oscar, you went to Disney World in October. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm a big Disney guy. Big Disney guy. Oscar, I don't know if you listened to our last night. But if you do listen to Our Last Night, I'd probably get a copyright strike for this. So I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to share this with you. Here, I'm sharing this with you, Oscar. And then I'm just going to play a brief clip. So this is one of my favorite like pop punk bands / metal bands. They're a cover band on YouTube. But let's see. Here's just an example. Isn't it so fun? I love it. Disney, baby. Disney, baby. So there you go. You can all enjoy that. So they released an entire album called Disney Goes Heavy, and it's all got stuff like that. I won't get a copyright strike for that. It was 30 seconds. It just got released, and I was just using it as promotion. I'm not using it as actual like music in my stream. I was just sharing it, so I don't necessarily know if a strike will happen. Probably a claim, but no strike. I'm not concerned about a strike. Yeah, man, and it's not, the thing is, I thought it would be like, so there's like 30 or 35 songs on it. Like, it's a long album, and I thought it would be all full, but most of it is just like little short spurts. But yeah, still good. Oh, good morning, Daylight. Still sleepy? What time do you go to bed? I feel like you're just a night owl. Speaking of strikes, how's bowling? Well, could have been better, could have been worse. I tied us the second game. I needed to get a spare and a strike to win the second game, and I got a spare and a 9 count. No, the other way. I needed to get a strike and a strike to guarantee, and I got a strike and a 9, which caused us to only be able to tie. And so that kind of sucked. I had a rough first game, 161, which is about 35 under average, then 176, which again is about 20 under average, and then I had a 236, which was 40 over average. So I ended up making some money last night, though, because I get in a pins over average tournament, which means whoever bowls the most pins over their average each game cashes out about $28. So I paid $5 to get in and cashed out 28. So that was kind of nice for the last game. Our team won 7 of 8 possible points. So we won game 1, game 3, game series, and then we got the tie for game 2. So all in all, it was a good night of bowling. It was frustrating the first 2, but the night itself was good. How do I go to bed again? I've forgotten how. Honestly, the easiest way to go to bed is to pretend like you're sleeping, and then eventually you will. It's crazy. Mewtwo, yes, I'm a bowler. Every Tuesday nights, head into bowling, make it happen, have a bunch of fun. That's the deal. But yeah, I'm your favorite bowler. Well, thank you. There's a limited number of us, so it's nice to be in the top contenders of favorite. But a little bit more pressure for me every week, which is not a bad thing, but it's certainly a thing that I deal with because, number one, I'm currently the number 1 bowler in my league, and honestly, probably in the bowling alley. But that means I have to bowl well each and every week, or else it starts to, go south. Crash my head into a grill. Good idea. Don't do that. Just remember, Daylight, okay? Remember when you were pretending to sleep as a kid? That's what I still do as an adult, and then it just works. The only way to go to sleep is to pretend that you're going to sleep. Man, if I was still in my childhood stage, you would be my idol. Well, listen, I can still be an idol even out of childhood. Eva Queen! Treat yourself. Treat yourself 2022. Eva Queen's in the chat. What's up, Evie? So good to see you. Always a pleasure. Always my pleasure. Always the chat's pleasure. Honestly, this is just a giant pleasure fest is what I'm getting at here. But appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great day. Or if you walk dogs for a living, I hope you're having a great day. Not as a kid, I gave myself brain trauma. Well, that's not good. Hopefully you just shake and erase it like an Etch-a-Sketch, you know what I mean? Kangoo, what's going on? What's going on? I hear that you climbed up that mountain. Is that true? Are the rumors true? First break. Listen, Hefty's feeling pleasured. I feel the magic. Do you feel the magic? Y'all want to know something kind of disgusting? You know the episode The Night Man Cometh of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I am almost positive that if I was watching it, I can't do it now, but if I was watching it, I could like say almost every line word for word. Well, it's not like I'm smart anyways. You're hanging out here, which proves that you have potentially the highest IQ of all the IQs that could ever be IQ'd. So don't be so down on yourself. You're a beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, just stunning spirit, and you need to just keep rocking and rolling with that. Thought about it, but did not go through with it. Well, that's good. That's not like my college years. I bet you can't quote the entire movie of Top Gun start to finish like me, though. I guarantee I can't because I've only seen Top Gun one time, and it was 2 months ago. I liked it, though, if that means anything. Evie Queen, you don't have an IQ, just EQ. Now, for the record, you know that that is a thing, right? That's called the emotional quotient. It's a cool thing. It's very cool. In my opinion, it makes people more complicated and more diverse than intelligence quotient, but that is just a totally separate conversation. Wow. 13 likes. 13 likes. Have you liked the stream yet? Because if not, all I can say is why? Like, why? Why haven't you? Why haven't you? We're just all chilling here. Most people have. Don't you want to be like most people? Most girls. But in all seriousness, I'm going back to sleep. Goodbye. Bye. Sleep tight. I don't know that movie. You never seen Top Gun? Or The Night Man Cometh? I watch it 12 times a year, 24 years in a row. Wow. Finally found a Porygon. I can now complete my PLA decks. Attaboy. Attababy. That's good. Porygon was tough. All of those distortion ones were annoying. Yeah, I agree with what Hefty's saying. Just don't be mean to yourself. You're wonderful. I do think I pulled my right butt cheek, though, at bowling last night because my right butt cheek feels like it's pulled, and it hurts. As we all know, there's nothing worse than pulling a butt cheek. Oh, Evie, you should at least watch the first Top Gun. Quentin Tarantino has a very hot take on the first Top Gun movie. Did I yawn? Was that? Oh, I did yawn. Thanks, Devious. Jonesy, what's going on? I don't even know whose live stream to watch for Scarlet and Violet, to be honest. The worst part about me live streaming for Scarlet and Violet is that I won't be able to watch other people's live stream for Scarlet and Violet, and that makes me sad. But I'll probably have a lot of tabs open. I'd be honored if you watched mine, but there's a lot of good content creators. And I want everybody to explore all of the different things. You gotta find your flavor, man. Like, I understand that I'm not gonna be everybody's flavor, but you just gotta find your, you just gotta find what works for you, right? That's it. It's the beauty of choice, the beauty of freedom, the beauty of being able to explore and find out what works for you versus what does. Like, when I first started watching streams, I watched everybody, I watched everyone, and now I definitely have different categories of people that I enjoy versus people that I just go to support. Like, that sounded terrible. There's people whose content and style of playing the game and style of doing their streams that I just don't vibe with as well as others, and that's cool. You don't need to be rude about it, but you just gotta, do what's best for you. And I understand I'm not everybody's flavor, and I bet there's people out there who really like what they see. You know, it's a mix of whatever makes the most sense for you, and that's it. I have an analytical question for you. I have a friend who wants to do content creation. He wants to do either video game or nature-related channel. What advice would you give to anyone who wants to do content creation, how they can grow their channel? I honestly say don't pigeonhole yourself into one or the other. Like, you should do video game and nature, because you might as well expand your audience to two different groups. And if you can some way find, you know, a chance to merge the two, like what if you did a live stream out in the woods? Like, that'd be kind of crazy. It'd be super cool. Like, if you could see like birds and stuff flying in the background while he's doing it. Like, these are the sorts of things that I would say, like, you know, just don't pigeonhole yourself. Number two, be present, don't be perfect. Like, that's something that I struggled with, is you don't have to have the absolute perfect live stream as someone who's just starting out. You just got to make sure that you're really going for it, and you're getting out there, you're being consistent, you're showing up, you're bringing energy. It's not a chore, right? Like, there's a lot of things that you have to make sure when you stream every morning, like I do. I get out of bed excited to stream every morning, not like, oh my God, I have to go do this. If ever comes the day where it's like, I'll stop doing it. I'll stop doing it. I'm not doing anything if it doesn't intrinsically add value and happiness to my life. So that would be another one. And the example I gave for the first one, like, that's why I'm doing this baking cinnamon roll stream and the shiny hunt on Sunday. I've always wanted to do a cooking channel. I'm not a chef, I'm not good, but I always thought it'd be fun to do a cooking channel where I fail upwards. And so I have a semi-decently sized audience now of 626 people. And I just think it'll be fun. Like, people will get to actually play along with that. And I've watched a lot of people make food, so I get to have like that opportunity to try it. Like, I don't know, it's something I'm excited for. And if no one shows up and no one watches it because they'd rather watch people reset a game over and over and over again instead of make cinnamon rolls, that was super passive aggressive, but that's cool. Like, that's totally up to you, but I think it's going to be a really fun time, and I'm working hard on making it happen. I even have such a cool overlay for it, which you're not going to be able to tell, but look at how sweet this overlay is. The green is going to be replaced obviously with my camera, but isn't that just the cutest freaking thing? Come on, y'all. I mean, does it get more adorable than that ish right there? Come on, it's gonna be so good. So yeah, that's kind of it. Pangu, I would just say get it done. Like, just tell him go for it. There's nothing that stops him. As long as he has the equipment, there are no barriers to entry to streaming. Everyone should try it. You'll be amazing right off the bat, but always try to enjoy it and be looking at how to improve. Everyone can improve, even the people with... Exactly, and that's the other thing. I reach out to so many people. So many people. A couple days ago, I reached out to Calm and Collecting. Okay, you have to be able to take feedback. I reached out to Calm and Collecting, and I said, Calm, I love the way you do your streams. I see the incredible growth you have. I see the sub count that you have. What can I do better? What can I do different? What can I do to make myself be in a better position? And he gave me advice, right? So, like, that's the other thing. You can't be afraid to ask for criticism. You can't be afraid to ask for feedback, or else you're just not going to grow. If you don't hear things you don't want to hear, you're never going to be able to hear things that'll help you. One of his suggestions, which stung me to my core, but I think he might be right, is that I got to change my name. Everyone calls me Shinies. The ones are hard to type, and I'm hard to find when you search my name. But maybe that's what I want, a little anonymity, like the Batman. But he makes a good point. You know, I like the name. Obviously, it's got the little pun. It's got the little word play in it. It's got the little number play in it. That kind of makes me laugh. But, you know, he makes a good point. So, lots of things to consider. But all of his feedback that he gave was also very, very beneficial, very helpful, very straightforward. So that's the other thing. Like, yeah. Evie, exactly. Replace it with exclamation points. If any of y'all ever want advice on your streams, ever, please don't ever hesitate to come to me. My door is open. I will give it to you honest. You're all people on the internet, so I don't have any desire to spare your feelings. I mean, some of you are friends on the internet now, I guess, not just people. You know what I mean. But seriously, I won't be like, oh well, I won't compliment Sandwich. which is where you give a compliment, you give a piece of critical feedback, and then you give another compliment. I won't do that. I'm just going to tell you straight up, here's what you need to change because I don't think this works for you. Like Oscartron, for example, if he's still in here, I'm going to give you a piece of unsolicited advice. I don't think that you should have your guitars in your background. I think you should send them to me, and I'll just keep them watch for you so that you don't have to have them in the background of your stream so people don't get distracted, right? It's very easy, things like that. So yeah, Oscar, I'll get you my address. You can just ship me, especially the Tom DeLonge signature, the ES333. Just send it over. That's fine. See, I just give advice. Just trying to give a helping paw here. I love it. I got told I would never grow if I don't use face cam. I don't think that's true. You obviously have grown. Criticism is good as long as it's constructive, not just people being outright rude. But that's the thing. That's the thing, dude. The reception of criticism is in the eye of the person getting the criticism. So what one person perceives as rude, another person just perceives as constructive. So delivering feedback's really tough, but you also, if you're asking for it, you have to be ready. Like, that's the other thing. Don't ask me for feedback. I tell you something and then disagree with me. Disagree with yourself, like, think about it, but never disagree with the person you ask for feedback from. That's the worst thing you can do. Like, if I went up to Hefty at work, let's assume Hefty and I worked together and we worked at Sexy Man Incorporated, and I went up to Hefty and I was like, hey Hefty, I need some help with this. What are your thoughts on my Sexy Man project? And he looked at it and he was like, I don't think this looks good. You need to change this. And it's very important that this gets shifted. And I say, Hefty, that's not right. You're wrong. And he goes, then why would you come to me? You see how that works? So when you work for a company like Sexy Man, you just got to make sure that you are doing things by the book. That's it. Make your own sandwich. You want to give me a helping paw? You could make me a sandwich. Poof. You're a sandwich. Yeah, the one thing I'll say about like face cam versus not face cam, and this might sound horrible. I'm going to say it anyway. I think if you don't have face cam, you have to have personality. And if you have face cam, you have to have less personality, but still some. And it helps if you have a nice face. Those are all the things. I would say I have average face, above average personality, and Star Wars. So I just make it happen. But you can totally grow without face cam. That's a silly. Look at you and Razzie. You and Razzie, I think you've done a face reveal. You've never done a face cam, and you are still just exceptionally growing. And then we have people like myself who puts his ugly mug on camera every morning, and we just kind of cruise. I need to be better with the graphical elements like thumbnails and overlays and video editing, but I can't find the time to learn. I need to find the time. Hefty, I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking. But I can I literally put my thumbnails together in less than 10 minutes in Canva. And I would honestly love to get on a call with you sometime, which sounds like such a work thing, and show you just like what my process is. Even if you don't want to do the ridiculously goofy things that I typically do, I can still show you how to put a thumbnail together like that. Like, it's very, very easy once you kind of get your vibe down. You just got to find what that vibe is. My vibe was absurdity. But I showed you my most recent thumbnail. This is the thumbnail for my shiny roly-poly hunt, and I love it. That's the thing. You just got to stand by your own. Let's see. You would be Employee of the Month at Sexy Man Inc. Thanks, Effie. Thank you. I think we'd have to split it. I think we'd have to go for Employee of the Year because we'd be tied every other month. Yeah, but if someone comes in and says, hey, you're bad, that's not constructive or explaining what is bad. Exactly. That's true. Yeah, you have to back up what you're saying. Razzie did face reveal? No, Razzie didn't. Evie did. Hi, Cam. Also, yes, you can grow without face cam. People tend to be drawn more to face cam, but that doesn't mean you need it. That's true. Hi, Strings. I saw you wave a little bit earlier. Give your signature cool guy emoji, but I was busy in the middle of one of my tangents. Whenever I hear the word tangent, I think of just like this dude who's like super, super tan, but is wearing very nice, gentlemanly clothes. Y'all, tomorrow's going to be such a good day, I hope. My Green Bay Packers play. I'm having braised short ribs for dinner. Pokemon Violet comes out at midnight. I'm gonna play for like 3 hours Friday morning. Cam gets to play it tomorrow. Cam, I might not go to your stream tomorrow, man. Depends. Depends. It depends what you're gonna be doing. If you're going to be singing in an operatic tone the entire time while playing, I don't think I'll show up. If you're just gonna play normally, I'll probably be there, but it just depends on if you're gonna do that falsetto stream like you were talking about. You're welcome, Kangoo. Thumbnails can be difficult at first, but once you have your style and vibe, then it becomes easier to put them together. It's true. It's true. Sometimes simple is best, honestly. Ribs, yeah, these are gonna be good. I think I'm gonna do them in the Instant Pot. A little bit of slow braise. The only problem is they're English cut, and I don't really like English cut, but we'll make it work. I'm not gonna be a fancy pants. Gotta get back to work, getting bodied by a ton of sugar bags this morning. Oh my god. I can't tell if like they're actual bags of sugar or that's just what you call like old women. But either way, go take care of them sugar bags. Evie, maybe that's what I'll call you. Maybe whenever I jump in your streams, I'll say like, "Hey, sugar bags," with a winky emoji. It's not a wink, like that was just like a head turn. Oh, you're in the baking aisle today. Nice. Well, if they have any 00 flour, make sure you get that stuff before anybody else. Cold, good to see you, man. How much snow did you get? Here's some constructive criticism. Anyone who skips my live stream tomorrow is butt up. It's been delivered. It's been delivered. And I've received it. Walmart, they're actually sugar bags. I didn't know that's where EQ worked. That's cool. No, honestly, the old Florida women should be called brown sugar bags because all of them have tanned so much that they just look like, I don't know, permanent pieces of beef jerky. It's crazy. I've never seen women as tan as I have in Florida who are clearly like white, that have just tanned their life away. Wild. Sax, what's up, buddy? Yesterday, I did something that I'm not proud of, and I went into a Scarlet and Violet stream, and I chirped them nonstop. I chirped them about being a pirate, stealing the game, taking money off the backs of developers who worked really hard. Piracy's a crime. You should be ashamed. I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. I felt guilty about it. I stand by all my claims, but I could have just left it be. I know that they're gonna get banned from YouTube, but I just dove in. I took the low road, fellas. Took the low road. Tico Sherpy Medibasi. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Turkey Head Shido Machine. Wow, this is tough. Turkey Head Shido Nashima is meeping. What's up, buddy? Sounds like something you would do. Yeah, it was. I was like, hey man, this is so awesome. Where'd you get the game? And they're like, oh, just Google it. You can find the game. And I was like, oh, got it. So you stole from developers who worked really hard to put out this product and are super proud of it. And instead of paying them a nominal fee of, $60 US or $100 Canadian, you sit here and just continue to reap the benefits of someone else's hard work. Got it. And then I was like, I bet your 200 subs are super pumped for this. I just kept going. I was very mean. It did not feel right. I think I'm banned from like 3 channels now, but screw it. Those channels aren't going to exist in a week anyway. But, yeah, not a great way to market the brand, but whatever. Could I have left it alone? Yeah. Did I? No. Do I regret it? No. Would I have done it differently? Yeah. Am I hungry? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, I was way more brutal. I don't know. It upsets me. It upsets me not because they're playing the game early. I don't care about that. I don't. If I cared about that, I would be mad at Chem. I don't care if you somehow have found a way to legally get the game. No, but it's not even a potential raider because they just set up this channel so that they could play this knowing that it's going to get shut down. Maybe they're another YouTuber, maybe they aren't. I don't know. I don't know. But my whole thing is like, I don't care if you get the game early. I don't care if you have a legal means of getting it. But when your answer is, just look on the internet, bro, you can find it. it's like, man, there are people who worked round the clock for years to make this game, who probably didn't get paid enough to make this game, and now your decision is just to steal that game. And it doesn't feel like stealing, because when you download something off the internet, it's just like downloading anything, but it's not the same, and it just upsets me. It just bothers me, because I see at my job what developers go through every single day, and it's not an easy freaking life. It's a tough life. And yeah, you get compensated for it, but like, I don't know. That's tangent number like 3 or 4 today. You know what? We're gonna add a comm. There we go. Tangent has been added. Whenever I go on a tangent, just make sure you drop that. Third tangent, third time to think of a tangent. That's it. That's true. That's true. Listen, I'm at least self-aware of my faults, like my ability to ramble about things that no one cares about, but I appreciate all of you for sticking here with me and having fun. I'm sure there's some people out there who listen to my rants and they're like, you know what? This guy right here, this guy knows who he's talking about. And then there's probably other people who are like, shut up, stop talking. But you know what? No, I'm not going to, because that would just put me on another tangent. Game developers almost always get thrown into crunch time. Yes, they do. That's the thing. There's like that last day patch, or the day 1 patch. Do you know how much work goes into a day 1 patch? Holy crap. Like, so much, because you've debugged your entire game and had to figure out what to fix. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we're just stealing. Most devs don't have benefits or don't get paid much overtime, so I can understand why you're upset. I know, it's crazy. I could never do it. My brain doesn't work that way. I don't think in 3D. Are tangent lines the ones that go on forever? What's a tangent line? Or is that the one that bisects an angle? I don't remember what a tangent is. Bro, you already made me day. Hey, babe, the brisket's on the smoker. Okay. Hey, Nick, I got a brisket on the smoker. Dude. Yeah. Okay. That's exactly it. That's exactly the exact if you're going to talk meat, your girlfriend's going to be like, sweet, ready to eat. I'm going to be like, okay, let's talk about what's the fat ratio. How much, if you had to estimate, how much fat did you trim off? You got that extra brisket fat. You're going to melt that down in that little cast iron. You're going to wait till it bubbles. You're just going to get it barely melted. You're going to pour that over. Are you going to put the meat fat side up or fat side down? How are you smoking it? You're going to let it braise itself, baby, or you're going to let it drip so you get that flavor of the fat dripping back into the meat? What's it going to look like? These are the things. Touches only one point on a circle. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're literally on a tangent about tangents. That's it. That's it, baby. Tangentception. If you saw my message, to tell me of future ones. Future ones? I like future ones. Sine, cosine, tangent. I know, but I don't remember what they are. I haven't been in math in so long. Oh my god, I didn't even add an encounter because I was too busy being... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. How do you forget that in math? I don't know. Fat side up, baby. Let it sound. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Never had a brisket before. You've never had corned beef? Most people have had corned beef if they haven't had actual sliced brisket. Corned beef is just brisket. It's just been cured in a sodium nitrite, water, salt, and pickling spices bath for usually anywhere between 10 to 13 days, at which point it is dried. It is left in a refrigerator uncovered for at least 24 hours, and then it is cooked at a temperature no less than 203 degrees Fahrenheit for no more than 4 hours. Beef with corn. Ooh, I think that's is that an Always Sunny reference? Because if that's Always Sunny reference, well done. If you're actually asking about beef with corn, then no. Corning is a process of curing meat. What is math? Is that the one class where the numbers make bigger or they're smaller? That is in fact the math, yeah. Kem, did you ever put a really hard math problem outside of your classroom on a whiteboard to see if any of your janitors are actually smart? Like in Good Will Hunting? Because you should. That sentence did not come off the way I wanted it to. Like, obviously, janitors are intelligent humans. They're working, they have jobs. I was just kind of making a reference to Good Will Hunting, but it sounded terrible, so just ignore that. I don't know. I meant when you had a classroom. Do you ever put one outside of your stream setup in case one of your daughters is a secret genius? Cam, it's not your fault. Justice for janitors. Thanks. Thanks, Hefty. Cam, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Chief. My God, I'm getting justice for janitors. This is brutal. This is brutal. You misspeak one time. Pretty soon you run for president of the United States again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is self-promotion 15 minutes. We are at the part of the chat where it is time to promote yourself. And with Scarlet and Violet coming out, it is time for you to really let us know what you got going on. I'm going to tell you my schedule because this is important to me. Cold, I did read it. I just didn't say it out loud. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. So here we go. Here we go. Tonight, I am doing a roly-coly stream from about 6:15 Eastern Standard Time all the way through till, I don't know, probably 10:15. So 4-hour stream. I'm going to try and get roly-coly, which will probably be my last time I hunt in Sword and Shield. After that has finished, I'm going to be doing one more Mornings with Arceus tomorrow, but I will not be doing one on Friday. And then I'm going to be streaming a playthrough / also shiny hunting of Violet on Friday morning, 10 a.m. I just want to get a little bit of sleep, and then I'm going to pop in. Now, here's the thing that might happen. I think there's a chance I'll be Masuda hunting for my starter on Friday morning stream, because I'm assuming the odds are going to be the same. I'm assuming the breeding mechanics are going to be relatively the same. I'm going to be starting up a second profile that is foreign to trade myself the starter of choice, and then I'm going to be trying to Masuda for that starter. And so, yeah, that's kind of my schedule. So what do you guys got going on? I think you should skip Gen 9 and just do All Day with Arceus. Welcome to All Day with Arceus. Apparently there's some new game out, but I'm ignoring that. What's up, Froky? Good to see you, buddy. The Frokester himself. Can you tell me all the wrong category guesses so that I don't guess those? I will tomorrow. I'm not going to do it today. I haven't decided on that yet. Like, if someone guesses wrong, do I show? I don't think so. I think that makes it unfair because those people... those people took a risk. And, yeah, the risk didn't pay off, but... Might be able to lurk later if you're starting around 6:15. Yeah, I'm going to be. 6:15 is when I'm kicking things off. Mrs. Shinies is doing a sugar cookie decorating class tonight, so I have the night to myself. Have fun today and play Violet tomorrow is the 24-hour plan. Nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if I can play video games for 24 hours. I'm going to sure put in some work, but I'll tell you one thing. Just make sure you stretch. Make sure you get up and move those legs. Friday morning, 6:45, the Tron and his Fuecoco explore Paldea. Nice. Okay, so you're going early. See, since I'm doing the midnight, I'm going to be sleeping a little bit later. I'm going to be starting as soon as I wake up. Like, I'm probably going to go to sleep at like 3, and then I know I said 10 a.m., but I might fire it up early. It just depends on when I actually get out of bed. Time to sleep. Good luck on the hunt. Probably be around later stream. Awesome, Jonesy. That sounds good, man. We'll see you there. Take care. Get some good sleep. Can't believe Kem is playing tomorrow. You think you know a guy. I know. You think you know a guy, and then all of a sudden he just flies to Australia instead of streaming. Come on. It's brutal. Oh, yeah, but bully beef. Bully beef is interesting. I didn't know that that's what they call corned beef, but that's cool. 24-24. Here we go. I will be playing Thursday midnight, and I still haven't decided on Fuecoco or Quaxley. Team Quacks, buddy. Team Quacks. Too many people are Team Fuecoco. And I've seen all 3 of the final evolutions, and Quaxley turns into a majestic dragon beast with a sword that he uses to cut off the tears of his haters. I'm just kidding. I haven't actually seen any of the evolutions, so I'm pretty still pumped about that. Like, I've made it this far without seeing those. I know I could at any moment, but I haven't. Just like it hasn't even stumbled across it. I have seen a shiny Sprigatito, though, which kind of bums me out that I saw it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to see any of the starters shiny, but I did see shiny Sprigatito. There's nothing wrong with getting the game early if it's not preventing you from anything, right? Like, that's just how... If Nintendo legitimately sets it up that way where it doesn't cause issues, then screw it. Good thing I didn't send you the shiny starters. I know. I honestly, I'd be like, oh, cool, but it wouldn't bother me all that much. It'll be my first time playing the same as Cam. Usually I look into streams, but this time I'll be enjoying it too. That's really awesome, man. That's a good benefit. It's always cool to play the game that the streamer's playing. I always enjoy that. I saw the grassy vote turns to a lizard with dragon wings and becomes a fire type. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that we're just doing cross typings now. Cross typings are really exciting because that, you know, hasn't existed before. So why not? Why not throw it in? Yeah. Yeah. Just a reminder to anybody who has a Discord channel, don't forget to add a Terra Raids channel and a Terra Reads channel. Add them both. This music reminds me from the majestic tune of R1 and Aragorn reunion for the dwindling trees of Rivendell. Actually, it kind of does, Fernando. I'm not even going to lie. Is it Stardew Valley? Yes. Can I see where you're coming from? Also, yes. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for always welcoming in my insanity during a calm and collecting stream. Makes me feel validated. I'm definitely going to have to perform some magic because I'm not going to wait for shiny legendaries. Oh my god. Sax, what's the point, though? Like, well, that's so funny. I just don't understand, like, what is the purpose of having the shiny legendaries when you can just add them into your game? Like, that's so silly, man. So excuse my future shiny box. Okay. Okay. I appreciate it. I'm waiting 3 years for GameStop. That's fair. I guess if it's as simple as just freaking putting in a code, what does it matter? Yeah, I guess if all I have to do is go to a store that I'm going to go to anyway, ask for a card that they give away for free, scratch something, and then put in a number, what is different? You make a good point, Sax. You make an excellent, excellent point. Yeah, it's true. It'd be awesome if, like, you had to go to a place and then there was a scavenger hunt, and at the end of the scavenger hunt there was, like, a small child that would kick you in the gonads, and then once you've been gonad kicked, then you get the code. Like, that would be cool. But no. No. GameStop, what's that? Still gotta struggle with EB Games. They're actually the same thing. EB Games in Canada was bought out by GameStop, but I think they're just the same company, different brands depending on region. I'm sure eventually EB Games in Australia will end up becoming, or not EB Games. Wait, you're not in Australia. You're in Canada. EB Games are all GameStop now. I think they bought them all out. I've never driven to GameStop for a code. You don't even, yeah, exactly. You don't even have to drive. I bet you could call and be like, listen, I'm so sorry. I don't actually have a way to get to GameStop by the time this promotion ends. Is there any way you could scratch a code? And then they'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I don't get paid enough to not. By me, they're still called EB Games. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure they'll eventually rebrand because all the ones here in my city, at least, are now GameStops. No sound, but hi. Hi, Polly. Probably at school. Oh my god, it's 2 minutes away. 2 minutes away from trivia time. The shiny legendaries and Sword Shield like a year before they gave them to us. My only thing that I don't understand is if you have a shiny legendary, that means it has to be programmed into the game. Is it possible that they didn't program it and they instead just like release it in a patch? But I guess if it does, you just get it when the patch comes out. I got shiny Lugia from DAs. That's awesome. Love that. hear my stomach? I gotta go get some breakfast. Gold! Pokemon Gold is here. Alright, y'all. We're diving on in. 2,430 Arceus encounters. No shiny. Most of the gaming things I grab from Canada computers or just buy a game digitally. It makes it easier when I have to buy PC parts too. That's true. I like to go to a place called, well, The Source is one, and there's another place called Visions. Visions is pretty decent. That's where I buy a lot of my tech from, because they have good prices, and they'll actually haggle with you on price. I went in to buy a 50-inch TV, and I was like, honestly, this is just a little bit too far out of my price range, and I'm like, can you knock it down a couple $100? And they did, and they were like, listen, we can either give you this one $100 or $200 cheaper, or we can give you the 55 at the price of this one originally. And I was like, no, man, I just need a 50. And they're like, are you sure? It's a really good deal. And they're like, I said, no, it's okay. And they're like, we'll knock $50 off the 55. And I was like, nah, I don't really need a 55. But what ended up happening, they didn't have the 50-inch in stock. And so I was just given the 55 at the price that I was going to pay for the 50. They tried to get me, but they know that they have markup still. It's a good move. All right, y'all. Here we go. Time for some trivia. So, let me just update my thing here. All right. This is Thursday's question, even though it is Wednesday. Don't forget. And we're going to be taking a look at it. So, here's our point leaders. And here's today's trivia question. Everybody, please be ready. If you want a chance to beat old Kemothy, it's time that you dive in head first. What is a living organism of the kind exemplified by trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, ferns, and mosses, typically growing in a permanent site? What is a living organism of the kind exemplified by trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, ferns, and mosses, typically growing in a permanent site? Hefty coming in with the plant. Hefty is 100% correct. The answer is, of course, plant. A plant is a living organism of the kind exemplified by trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, ferns, and mosses, typically growing in a permanent site. Hefty coming on in with 2 points. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we now have 4 answers. We have lock, we have fight, we have drink, and we have plant. Lock, fight, drink, plant. If you think that you know what the category is that ties all of those words together, it is going to still be worth, well, it'll be worth 3 points. So get on it. If you'd like to submit because you think you have it figured out, all you'll need to do is head over to the link that's in the description of this video. Heading to the link of the description of this video will allow you to submit. Devious, you already guessed. You can guess again if you want. You could submit another one, but I won't give you any points for it. If you're interested, you can submit again. I just won't give you points. But yeah, anybody who thinks they have a guess, you can submit it, and I'll give you points if you're correct. I did the submit. I have no idea. Okay, let's check things out. Let's see if we have any answers. We got 1 submission. Oh, thanks, Cam. I can't tell if there's more to it. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is starting to become just insane. I have to go ahead and update our point leaders because Chem Nation successfully guessed today's category, or this week's category, and is now at a total of 7 points. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. From the top rope, ladies and gentlemen, Cam has gotten it correct. That is just insane. It's absolutely insane. Zen Bob, good to see you, buddy. Trying to get 3 critical hits for far-fetched evolution battle is incredibly frustrating. It is. It is. That's why you got to go to a trainer battle, but it's tough to make that happen, especially if you beat the game. Cam got it correct. Cam did, in fact, get it correct. It looks like it's going to be tough to dethrone. Now, it's possible. Someone else can still get points today if they also guess it correctly. I know the answer. I was stupid yesterday. Gosh dang it. Okay, let me see. Devious, did you submit again? No, you can submit again, Devious. That's cool. I just can't give you points for it, but you can certainly send it forward. Holy crap, Cam. It's unreal. It's unreal. Here I am. I'm thinking like, I'm going to stump everyone this week. I'm going to give great trivia questions, easy answers across the board. The category is going to be hard. And to be fair, I do think it was a hard category. I still stand by that it is tough. Y'all are something. Y'all are something else. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Zen. How are you, man? Oh, God. This is the last check. It's 8 o'clock. I didn't realize that. All right. I got to run to work. Let's see what we get. 24:35. Let's see if we get anything spectacular, anything wonderful, anything beautiful, anything yellow. Something borrowed, something blue, something yellow, something new. Arceus is white. The Arceus is yellow, not. All right, I gotta go. I gotta get to work. I have a busy-ish day, and then after my busy-ish day, I am going to be streaming a little bit later. Bay from the Galar region is alive. What's up? All right, Devious, let me check. No, Devious, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. But it's a good guess, again. All right, y'all. If you want to hang out a little bit later, please just come to my stream tonight, starting at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. Going for a couple hours, trying to get roly-coly. Just having a good time, just hanging out. Gonna play a mini game. It'll be a blast. So until then, you guys are all just always, as always, from today until the end of days, you have all been amazing, and I have still always, of course, been Shinies. Love you all, and we will see you next time. And just remember, okay, just remember that sometimes you're on the highway and other times you're on the byway. Bye.